Once we sailed the 7 seas in the Iranian Navy, with a swagger in the breeze. In the Iranian Navy, we could do as we pleased, hearts full of pride and bravado. Once we arrogantly threatened every nation on the breeze. In the Iranian Navy, raise up your glass and sing it loud and wavy for the bold and brave sight of our Iranian Navy. From the Gulf to the foam of the Western Sea, we were masters of the tide and the spray, but the wind has turned and the cannon's gone silent. Who now will answer our plea? Once we ruled the raging foe, now we've no fleet to call our own. In the Iranian Navy, we tacked into the wind with our gear so well trimmed. In the Iranian Navy, sail beneath our boots and salt upon our skin. In the Iranian Navy, our friends invited us to Cape Town, proud and free and bold. Sailors on shore leave at Simon's Town. Stories bought and sold. Naval exercises with our friends in Moscow and Beijing. We already missed the brief fling. Our presence made Arab nations tremble. Our blockade made oil prices treble. All together, the bold, brave, mighty sight of our Iranian Navy. Raise up your glass and sing it loud and wavy for the roar and roll of the Iranian Navy. From the streets to the storm-lashed quay, we were thunder on the sea, but the dice were cast and the wager played, and pride went down with the fleet. Now we sing in taverns dim and cold of stories grand and growing old. In the Iranian Navy, our supreme leaders play chicken with the dawn. Now all our ships are gone, rusting at the bottom of the sea. With whom shall we plea? In the Iranian Navy, we see no longer sailing a lost dream. We see our song of lamented anger scream. Twisted hopes of metal lie, billowing flames of despair. The mighty Iranian Navy is no more, just smoke upon the air. We want to surrender, we had no future, we can't even get a dinghy in the water. No harbor light, no guiding star, no compass left to steer us far. Raise up your glass and sing it loud and wavy for the ghost of the Iranian Navy. Though the fleet lies cold beneath the waves, we'll bring to the days we rule the brine. For once we sailed the 7 seas. Hello, kitty, go away. I didn't call you over here. Sweetly. In the Iranian Navy. Once we sailed the 7 seas. Once we sailed the 7 seas. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and wonderful people out there, along with all the hate wankers. Good to see that they're back in session, the hate wankers. I saw some leftist and rightist hate wankers commenting on my video from the Vitkreuz Monument today. If you choose to listen to one thing that I say in a short video, and that's how you form your willed opinion to me, well, they're not a very deep-thinking person. Sonia met the Colonel today. What a phenomenal person. Thank you so much, Sonia. Bye-bye, Duncan. That's very kind of you. So, I'm chuffed that the signal's working. I checked it. It's about 2+ megabytes. Hopefully, we'll keep going. the upload. Usually I need a little bit more than that. At home, it takes 5 megabytes per second. Obviously, on the mobile, I don't need quite that much. So let's fingers crossed, or as we say in German, ich drücke die Daumen. It looks pretty good here. I've looked at it and it's clear. So I've got to say this, ladies and gentlemen. I was invited to a game lodge, and very kind of my host, who took me around and had some coffee. And well, I didn't have coffee; I had rooibos tea, and had dinner, a lovely dinner with some folks on a neighboring location, neighboring farm. But I do have to say this: I'm not really sure what I walked into tonight. Well, let me tell you something. There's a mongoose in the house. There was a warthog in the living room when I came in. There's cats everywhere. There's dogs here, and the mongoose caught a rodent, and he crunched its skull earlier. I have to tell you, it's quite an amazing situation here. It's not often that I walk in and there's a warthog walking in the living room. I have to say that doesn't happen in Pennsylvania. We have elk, we have bear, we have deer, we have groundhogs, but we do not have warthogs walking around. Pet warthogs. So apparently it was a hippo outside earlier too. I didn't see the hippo, but I'll take the word for it. Anyway, it's been quite the interesting day. Thank you to all the folks who came out to Polo Quantity Meet and Greet on the short notice. I do appreciate that. Don't weave behind a tree. Rhino poachers get upset. Anyway, yeah, Dylan says, welcome to Africa. Yeah, I'm at the Lion King accommodation. I think Mustafa is going to greet me for breakfast. Anyway, it's been an interesting day so far. So I drove from Pretoria to the Vitkreuz Monument, and I did a video short. I've also recorded another couple of videos, which I'll edit and I'll post. Tomorrow, I will be at Hot Beast Port Dam. My friend Herman Roos is actually out of the country right now, or not available. She's not available, so thank you. Bye, Donkey. I just got another cappuccino delivered by my host. I don't know if he wants to be on camera. We'll just hide him right there. You can't see him. I hit him as he went by. But yeah. So I made a few videos. I went up there, and I'll tell you what. So, boy, that mongoose is loud, man. Anyway, he's funny. He spazzes out when he gets food. But nice job capturing the rodent there. That was pretty. The cats are sleeping, man. The cats didn't catch anything, but the mongoose caught the rodent, and he's crunching that skull. Good to see. But he didn't like me seeing him eat, so he took and hid it behind the door, and I left him alone. He pulled it back out. I'll hide my host again. There you go. All right, there you go. So my host, I'm at the Pala Pala Game Ranch, and Cyril is my host tonight. Yeah, no, just kidding. Just kidding. I'm going to look under the couch cushions for money, though, because, apparently that's where you store your money in South Africa. You don't put it in banks. You put it under the couch cushions. So oh my goodness. Okay. There you go. Hello, buddy. Hello. Yeah, well, say hello to the fans. There's a special treat. This guy's a character. He's pretty funny. Apparently, poachers killed the rest of his family, and he survived. But, yeah, check it out. Okay. There you go. All righty. So that was pretty cool, huh? How often do you get to see that on one of my live streams? You won't see that in Pennsylvania. That's darn sure. Oh, yeah, Rena, it was quite a beautiful sunset this evening. I just missed it, though, because I got the GPS took me to the wrong pin location. It was, and so, but he's a noisy little bugger, but he's funny. Anyway, GPS took me to a gate, which is on the wrong side of the road and the wrong location, 4.5 kilometers away from where I'm actually at. Then I drove following my host directions to the right gate, and now it was telling me that it was 4.5 kilometers back the opposite direction on the other side of the road. Crazy stuff. Anyway, he came and found me, and then we went to a neighbor's, and we had a good time. So, yeah. Anyway, Cyril's been a great host, I must say. No money under the couch cushions. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, you guys think I'm kidding. There was a freaking warthog in the living room. But we also got a kudu hanging on the wall back there. I'll call him Harvey. And we have a Gemsbach on the other side there. So, yeah, pretty cool. Hey, Arc Precision Solutions, how you doing? It's been a long time. Where you been hiding at? Good to see you there. Yeah, no, it's incredible seeing. It was a nice, cute little bugger. Yeah, not as cute as me, says Louise. Wow, okay, thank you, Louise. Anyway, so, yeah, so I went to the White Cross Monument, but my guide up there, Cobus, it's a good thing I waited on him because the GPS was going to take me through a farm gate behind the petrol station on the motorway and then drive 15 kilometers out of my way and take 39 minutes to get there on the back road. My host came and picked me up and took me there and then brought me back, which was really saved a lot of time. It was a lot less dangerous for my vehicle, which I left at the petrol station. Also filmed a video earlier I'm warning you South Africans who want to be in the refugee program about using fraudulent documents. I've cautioned about that before, and now the U.S. government has actually put out a statement about it recently, so I'm going to. And here comes this cat again. This cat, little bug likes me. He's cute, but I'm allergic to you. Sorry about that, buddy. If you're a hypoallergenic cat, we can pet, but you stay over there. Anyway, so welcome, everybody. I want to thank everybody who's offered me accommodation or offered to buy me dinner or asked to meet with me. I can't do everything, guys. I don't slow down like the Energizer Bunny. I've been everywhere doing everything all the time, and I haven't told people no. So I want to thank all the people who were considered at the meet and greet today. So cats love those who are allergic. Yes, they do. They always know you're allergic. They want to come over and rub on you and touch you. I'm okay. I just have to wash my hands afterwards. Otherwise, I start itching like crazy. But this one's cute. It's a cute little cat. He's just hanging out here on the kitchen wardrobe. What do you want to call that? It's a beautiful piece of work they put together there. Anyway, so yeah. Sorry, I just heard a sound. You know, when you're out in the bush, you hear a sound, you look. Okay. Anyway, tomorrow I'll be at Harpysport. Was there a Pretoria meet greet? There were several Pretoria meet greets. I did them Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Loftus Park. We did lots of them. Yeah, no, he would fit in my suitcase for sure. The Baby News Network has got a Baby Melania, Baby Trump go to the fair. So the new video just broke out. Thanks to 131 people currently here. Only 41 of you hit the like button, though. I'm not sure what that's all about. Please hit the like button. It does help drive the algorithm to get people here. But I want to say to the wankers who decide that they watch one video for 3 minutes and they form their world opinion of me. Some smart ass said earlier that, oh, why can't you just admit that white people being murdered? It's not the same as the Cape Flats. Murder is murder. And I made it very clear about the torture, the difference there, the distinction, and how people are abused. And if someone chooses to hear what they want to hear in my videos and they call me names, well, that's your moral failing. It's not mine. So you can footsec down the road and keep marching right on past. I don't give a flip. Do I really look like I give a? Do I really look like I give a? Anyway, so yeah, well, I will be back in Pretoria, Arc Precision Solutions this weekend. So you have another opportunity to meet with me on Friday at Loftus Park. I'll be there again, covering the Stormers versus the Bulls. And television's on in there. That's what I'm hearing. Anyway, so don't worry about missing if you just catch up. But that's what happens when you don't watch the show. So tomorrow I will put a short out about where the meet and greet is, but it will be near Harpysport Dam tomorrow. Okay? So those who want to make it, you'll be able to check it. The 4 p.m. will be the time. All right? That gives people who need to get back before dark a chance to get back before dark, and it gives people who can't get off work until later a chance to come as well. It will be at the I will announce it, but I already have it. It's already set up for 4 p.m. tomorrow, and I will announce it in a short. So look for that in the morning, okay? Or I might do it tonight. Just depends on how I feel. With my friend Harvey the kudu back there, and I don't know, is that Larry the Hemsbuck? Anyway, or yeah. So yeah, the mongoose is welcome to come back. Yeah, he was more interesting than me. So Ronaldo has Carter. I have the mongoose. I just said 4 p.m. Oh, yeah, to follow. That's correct. Yeah. Okay, so hopefully people can come to Harpy's tomorrow near Pretoria, and we'll have it. Also, I need some help on this one. Somebody who is in Northwest, you've asked me to come to Northwest. I will now come to Northwest. I will go, which was not my intent, to Northwest on Wednesday morning. We'll do a meet and greet in Rustenburg, noon. All right. Noon, we'll do a meet and greet. Hey, Dan, what's going on? Meet and greet in Rustenburg, okay? But I need someone to find a venue and get a booking for me. Make the booking for 15 people, 10 to 15 people, okay? And we'll see what happens. Yeah, so a pizza party. Yeah, you saw some photos. Yeah, I heard they were going to send them to you. Yeah, so it's the Colonel and the Mongoose. That's a new show. Tonight's program, the Colonel and the Mongoose. It's like BJ and the Bear. I should get a pet mongoose now. Everybody likes the mongoose. Well, crafts with TZ Babes, whatever that is, I will be doing meet and greets in probably 4 ways. I've already done one in Northcliffe, but we no longer do them at Thundergun. They don't like my politics, even though I don't talk politics there. If you don't like my politics, then you're a bigot or a racist. That's my take on it. My politics are nobody's better than anybody else. I've said that a million times. I'm not better than you. You're not better than me. We all came out of the womb. Some came by C-section. We all came out of the womb. We were all born into this world. And sadly, we'll all leave this existence at some point. I put my pants on my kortbrücke on the same way everyone else does. I don't sit in the living room, do a handstand, and let the kortbrücke fall onto my legs. I put them on like everybody else. I'm not better than you. You're not better than me. Doesn't matter whether you're white, you're black, or brown. However, how I apply myself and how you apply yourself is what matters. The content of your character, whether you're black, white, or brown, Christian, Muslim, or Jew, is what matters to me. If you're an honorable person, if you tell the truth, if you do the right thing, even in the most difficult circumstances, you are valuable to me. So if you don't like my politics, then you're dishonest or you're a fraud or you're a racist and a bigot. So there you go. That's my take on it. So, and I was actually, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I've been contacted by the media about what happened at Thundergun. I've been contacted by South African media to ask what happened at Thundergun. They want to interview me about what Thundergun. So at the moment, I haven't done that. I've told them I want to know what angle you're going for here. My goal is not to harm Thundergun, but their treatment of me was shabby. If the media will quote me correctly, then I will tell them the story. Otherwise, I just let it die. I have no desire to hurt their business, even though they were shameful towards me. So there you have it. People can decide for themselves. David Cousins, hello to you. Mike, what's going on down in Nelsbrook? Garrett, Tinder gun. Tinder, that's funny. Yep. So, from the former Northern Transvaal, now known as Limpopo, avoid me there trying to drag you into drama and gaslight you. YouTube handle, I know the journalist personally, and this journalist doesn't do that. So, yeah, this journalist doesn't do that. So I know the journalist personally. In the past, this journalist has handled other stories with great respect and care. So anyway, but yeah, if you want to report on that story, that's their business. It's not something that I've advertised. So yes, anyway, so I said the hippos come up. Anyway. Also, I talked to the Washington Post last week just about the program in general. That's the journalist I know that used to be at Reuters. He went to the Post, still doing the same beat on immigration. So we talked to him last week. But it's been an interesting day. The meet and greet, I had to drive 28 kilometers to get there after I left the Witkois Monument. And then after that, I drove back south towards Pretoria, still in Limpopo or Northern Transvaal, and all quiet on the southern front. Oh, you're talking to him. Okay, cool. So yeah, it's kind of weird. The cat's just sitting here listening to me. He's watching the show right now. He's just chilling out, man. He's sitting over there going, what's going on? And the mongoose is now with my host. So Neil Karamadis, good to see you again. Did I not just meet you? And Hendo, how you doing, Hendo? All right, so Richard, wow, Richard, I haven't seen Richard in a while. Welcome back. Now, when I say I haven't seen you in a while, folks, it means that I didn't notice you in the chat. You may have been here, and I may have missed your comments if you popped away. You popped in every now and then, but sometimes I miss things. Funny thing, though, and this ought to scare the bejesus out of South Africans, when I logged into my host Wi-Fi here, my time zone changed to Beijing. It auto-updated my time zone to Beijing. Have the Chinese set the standards for the Wi-Fi here in South Africa? It's a little bit scary. When you think about it. Redbeard gives you wings. Okay, cool. I know you're new crafts. I've never seen Tazi Babes. First time I've seen you here. Your cat makes himself comfortable on the couch and watches with you. That's interesting, Denver. It's cool. Yeah, I think the cat might be a vegetarian because it didn't get the mouse. Anyway, yeah, tomorrow, folks around Pretoria that want to come to Hartbeespoort Port are welcome to join me. But I need help from those in the Northwest. People keep asking me to come Northwest. I'm going to bend to that, but I need help. If you don't get a response and somebody doesn't get a hold of me or let me know, then I'll have to back off because while I know Rustenburg, I haven't lived in Gaborone in 15 years. So my ties to Rustenburg are frayed. I don't know the businesses there anymore. So anything is possible. I don't know where it comes to the Wi-Fi. Yep. Anyway. I thought I heard snoring. Anyway, yeah, so let's talk a little bit about some of the news here, okay? So I haven't made this video yet, but I will make a video, possibly in the morning, outside, with a backdrop maybe. President Ramaphosa basically went on an apology tour at the SADC conference, on the eve of the SADC conference. It doesn't start yet. But he spoke on the heels or the margins of the SADC conference, and he basically apologized for the conduct of vigilantes in South Africa who have assaulted, looted, murdered foreign nationals. The xenophobia. He's apologizing. Even though South Africa is known, the government is known it has a xenophobia problem for over 2 decades, they've done nothing actively to stop it. That seems apparent to the population anyway. So he's basically apologized that what's going on. But then at the same time, he's asking other countries in the SADC region to basically the job of South Africa's immigration officers and protect the borders. That's interesting. That comes, of course, on the heels of Leon Schreiber asking or demanding payment from, I think the dog is snoring. That's a dog snoring over here. He's loud. Another reason I don't have dogs at home. But he's asking or demanding 300 million rand because of the cost of putting illegals on the bus and sending them to the border. That's fascinating. It's the South African government which has failed to defend its borders. It's the one that's responsible. What's going on here? Okay, that just went blank on me there. Okay, my screen went blank. Okay, let me see. All right, so we're still there. Okay, got it. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, good. All right. Exactly. Apologizing without acting to fix it is nothing. Exactly. And what it basically says is that who's running the country? Who's in charge? Is Cyril in charge of the country? Doesn't seem like it. Doesn't seem like it. He talks the talk, but doesn't walk the walk. Do you think the All Black scrum is going to go backwards on Saturday? Yes, I do, Shirley. I do believe that the Springboks at Ellis Park will dominate in the scrum. I'm not sure about the lineouts. We'll see how that goes, but I think they'll dominate the scrum. Hey, Rudy. The best of the boogers must simply be the mighty hamburger. Right, let's talk a little bit about news here. So that situation in Zimbabwe where the ship collapsed in Lake Kariba, the death toll has climbed to 92. Pretty scary stuff, folks. Zimbabwean police say the death toll on Lake Kariba boat disaster has climbed to 92. The boat had more than 100 passengers and crew. Zimbabwean police said in a statement, the Zimbabwe Republican Police reports the death toll is now 92 after recovery of 4 bodies from the lake on Sunday. Police confirmed that search efforts are still underway to recover victims identified as missing. The authorities say that 77 people did survive the disaster. There were at least 169 people on a boat which had a capacity of 90 people. This behavior of Africans in overloading their boats in the Congo, in West Africa, in Nigeria, and here in Zimbabwe is atrocious. You have a responsibility of care for the people you're carrying. Surely the Western Cape Court is not over. The Constitutional Court, technically impeachment can still move forward. Well, Super Dave, you were very late on that story. I've covered that story, and I also agree. A long time ago, that is the case. Yeah, but the Western Cape Court seems to think that its decisions outrank the Constitution and the Constitutional Court, but they'll find out the hard way that that's simply not the case. Anyway, it's been a very slow month in subscriber growth here on the channel. That's a little disappointing, but that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. So hopefully that'll resolve itself. Maybe when I get back. Yes, Lake Kariba is treacherous, and when you put 169 people on a boat designed to carry 90, never mind all the bags they're carrying. Okay, Arc Precisions. Hopefully we'll see you in Pretoria at a meet and greet. Like I said, I'll be back at Loftus Park later in the week, okay? So we'll see how that goes. My Vic Croyce Monument video is, let me see how that's doing now. Very slow loading, 8,400 views. I picked up 2 subscribers. Wow, okay. Chrome risk with slimes dam issues here in Hartkeys. Well, I'm a bit worried about Hartkeys Port. The water is so polluted. It's overgrown with all that invasive species, and the water is just basically almost sewage in many cases. It's really sad to see what's happened to such a beautiful spot. It used to be a great recreation area. It's just trash now. Really, really tragic. Really, really tragic. I must say that my recent videos are now 1, 2, 3, 4. The last 5 have all reached basically 10,000 views, which is pretty cool. Be better if it was 100,000, but we'll take what we can get. The damn wall broke. Not a surprise. Not at all surprise. So, Pete Fillion has been denied bail. Disbarred lawyer and TV celebrity Pete Fillion faces 400 charges, including fraud, theft, corruption, and forgery related to the alleged sale of at least 46 properties owned by the city of Johannesburg. Today, he was denied bail. Court found he was a flight risk and also conveyed concerns about threats and interference with state witnesses. Well, he's definitely a flight risk. He fled illegally to the United States and then violated our sovereignty. Yep, he appeared in the Specialized Commercial Crime Court in Pretoria today. The magistrate Nika Setshogho delivered the bail judgment. Court found he was a flight risk and raised concerns about alleged threats and interference with witnesses. Yep. He was previously arrested alongside several others. In August 2018, he was granted $50,000 bail without any conditions attached, and he fled to the United States. In 2024, the criminal case was set aside following a review application, which ordered that it should be reinstated and started afresh before a new magistrate. So Mel was in tears. So the court noted that there's no evidence of assets and that he did not have a fixed personal address. So, yep. Also, they mentioned the deportation from the U.S. So there you go. He argued that he chose deportation voluntarily, but Seshoho noted on the evidence before the court that this request has been denied. Deportation from the U.S. Anyway, so he is still in jail. He's been remanded. So Mel and Pete are getting what a lot of people think they deserve. Lelu, I think I'm feeling a lot better. Yeah, 400 charges is insane. Insane. Zambia says it was arresting opposition political figures the night of the election. Why did they do that? Zambian police arrested several leading opposition figures after national elections, accusing them of posing a threat to state security. Wow. Is that really a democracy? Is Hichilema actually a genuine president? Who knows? You tell me. President Trump says he's scaling back military drills in South Korea hours before they started. He ordered the Pentagon to scale back joint military drills with South Korea, citing a relationship with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. Well, this is another point where President Trump and I part companies, kowtowing to the fascist dictatorship of the hermit kingdom of North Korea is a bad move. I don't care how friendly he is with Kim Jong-un. This should not be happening. We should not be kowtowing to those slime balls in North Korea and Pyongyang. We should go forward with our annual exercises with the South Koreans, who are reliable allies, and not kowtow to the communists in the North. He said, based on my very good relationship with Kim Jong-un of North Korea, I'm not happy with the fact the United States has long ago agreed to participate in joint military exercises in South Korea. Those exercises not only costly, much of these costs paid for by the United States, but send a signal that's totally inappropriate and hostile to a country that, as long as Donald Trump has been president, been unthreatening and respectful. Yes, and as soon as you left off, they began launching intercontinental ballistic missiles over the Sea of Japan, threatening the Japanese airspace. So, President Trump, we part company once again. That's not a wise decision. Geopolitically, it's not the right move. Unbelievable. So the Democrats have always said that Trump cozies up to dictators. Well, here he proves it. So he's just proving them correct. Wow. That's a shame, ladies and gentlemen. Shame that that's what's going on. But it's President Trump's prerogative. He is president, but we don't agree on that. Well, we're now getting more exposure of the things that we believed were true all along. Yep. So a secret Federal Bureau of Investigation unit shielded the Bidens from corruption claims. Yep. The FBI set up a secret unit in 2019 to label allegations of corruption against Joe Biden and his son as Russian disinformation at a time when the former vice president was running for president. This is corruption of the highest order. The people in the FBI who do this are criminals, and they should be indicted, arrested, perp walked, prosecuted, convicted, and sentenced to prison. The FBI's Foreign Influence Task Force Russia assembled a special group of analysts codenamed Round River in December 2019 as the Democrats were impeaching President Trump. Round River's task was to compile years of intelligence information gathered from confidential human sources on Mr. Biden's diplomatic dealings in Ukraine, and then brief Congress that any anti-Biden reports were Russian fakes. This month, the Trump White House disclosed Round River's existence by releasing two documents. One is an FBI spreadsheet listing conduits, media figures, Republicans, and others for the supposed disinformation. It also identifies victims or targets, including Biden and his son Hunter. The second document is a declassified report by President Trump's Director of National Intelligence. This memo lays out Round River's creation, which stretched into the presidential campaign of Biden versus Trump. It also lists some of the allegations the team dismissed. Mr. Trump has been through 2+ years of FBI investigation. Unlike Round River, which sought to debunk Russian charges against Mr. Biden, the FBI accepted as gospel a Democrat-financed, Russian-sourced fake dossier on Donald Trump. Its 35-page dossier accused Trump and his aides of conspiring with Moscow to influence the 2016 election. The FBI took the unproven dossier to judges and vouched for it in order to obtain wiretap authorizations illicitly. FBI Director James Comey briefed the dossier to President Obama, intelligence agencies for a damning report of Trump, and to the president-elect himself in January 2017. None of the dozen or so criminal claims proved to be true. They were all fake, according to the 2023 Special Counsel report. Biden served as a diplomatic point man for Ukraine as vice president until 2017. His son Hunter in 2014 won a $1 million a year appointment to the board of Burisma, Ukrainian natural gas conglomerate whose oligarch owner was an ally of Moscow. The arrangement fueled the rumors of corruption Round River would seek to dispel. Trump conducted a 2019 phone call with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in which he asked what the Bidens were up to in his country. The phone call contents leaked, and House Democrats used it to try to impeach Trump. The label Russian disinformation was not only used by Round River. Intelligence veterans from the Obama administration found the phrase came in handy for protecting Biden's 2020 campaign. In October 2020, the New York Post broke a bombshell. It obtained the copious contents of Hunter Biden's work laptop left at a Wilmington, Delaware repair shop where he failed to pay his bill. The emails told the story of his son cashing in his father's status by receiving large foreign payments from China, Russia, Ukraine, and other nefarious actors. The Obama alumni sprang in actions. 51 of them signed an open letter saying, in so many words, that the laptop was Russian-created disinformation. And that included John Brennan and, sadly, General Hayden. These are people who betrayed their oath to the nation. And sadly, we're talking about a retired 3-star general. This is disgraceful. This is the sort of nonsense that only spy novels reveal. But this is the depth of corruption that occurred under the Democrats, Obama, and during the Trump administration by the bureaucrats who fought against the order of the President of the United States and undermined our republic. These people are criminals. They are traitors. They are treasonous. They are Verraillers. They are Lügners and Betrügners. They should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law, enjoy their rest of their national lives in prison for undermining the integrity of our nation, for stealing elections, for invading our country, for undermining us with their fake Russia collusion narratives, destroying the country's reputation. I've heard from South Africans today about how messed up America is. It's not messed up. You're falling for the fake media. Stop being suckers for the media. America is perfectly fine. Unemployment is at 4.3%. The economy is growing robustly. People are getting jobs. Personal income is growing. Taxes on overtime no longer exist. Taxes on tips no longer exist. Taxes on many Social Security benefits no longer exist, all because President Trump is president. The United States is prosecuting its enemies with arms, force of arms. And those who take advantage of America are now dealing with terror to level the playing field. Simple as that. Yanni, thank you for the 70 Rand. I thought we were going to get no super chats tonight. Thank you very much. Of course, the letter was bogus, was flat wrong. An FBI field office had verified there was no hack and confirmed that the computer belonged to Hunter Biden. So the FBI knew that that was Hunter Biden's laptop, and then these 51 liars, Lügners, Betrügners, and Verraillers, senior intelligence community and political figures signed this letter, put it in the New York Times, and falsely claimed that this was Russian disinformation when they knew that the FBI had verified that this was Hunter Biden's laptop and there was nothing fake about it. These people are criminals. Criminals. They've undermined sanctity and security of our nation. And for what? They sold the country out what? For their privilege and their comfort, because they're scumbags. They're utter scumbags. They sold their own country out. The laptop contained a rich assortment of pornography, politics, and foreign intrigue. On the day Hunter Biden joined the Brisbane board in 2014, he received an email from corporate figure Vadim Pozharsky. He told the younger Biden he wanted to end an end to Ukraine officials making this threat. Cough up cash or we'll launch a criminal investigation. We urgently need your advice on how you could use your influence to convey a message or signal to stop what we consider to be politically motivated actions, he told Hunter Biden.
In 2015, Pozarski came to Washington and met with then Vice President Joe Biden, according to another email, in which he thanked Hunter for setting up the meeting. Pay for play. Corruption of epic level. Roland Swartz says, thank you for time and effort and support what you did today. If you do, it's truly an honor. I've met you. Regards from Louis Treshard. I'm glad you got back safely, Louis Treshard. Thank you. People drove all the way from Louis Treshard. People drove 150 kilometers to come to my meet and greet today in Petersburg. Thank you all for that. I really appreciate that. Out of office, the elder Biden bragged in 2018 that he got it done. He said that he told Ukrainian officials he would withhold $1 billion in foreign aid if Mr. Shoikin stayed. Of course, they wanted to fire Prosecutor General Victor Shoikin, and he got it done. I looked at him and said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. The prosecutor's not fired. You're not getting the money. Well, son of a bitch, he got fired. And Joe Biden is not in prison, where he belongs. Hunter Biden told an associate in an email that he expected to collect nearly $5 million from Burisma for doing the pay for play. Yep. The actual FBI Round River was still at work batting down Biden allegations in late 2020. Here is a declassified Director of National Intelligence memo describes the operation producing Ukrainian narrative. The Round River team operated leading up to and through the 2020 presidential election. The team of analysts had administrative access to all the reporting and draft intelligence products that were later added to each CHS file to show the reporting was deemed Russian disinformation. The Foreign Intelligence Task Force team also provided defensive briefings to any congressional member who obtained reporting related to any aspect of the Ukraine narrative. The FBI knocked down one allegation that seems obviously true. In December 2015, after Hunter Biden had taken a seat on the Burisma board, a source reported to the FBI that the company head, Mayoka Shulofsky, is using his relationship with Hunter Biden to get closer to the Americans. The FBI was wrong, of course. Mr. Zelensky was using the Bidens. He asked Hunter Biden through his aide, Mr. Pozarski, to head off an investigation into Burisma. Hunter Biden arranged for Mr. Pozarski to meet with his dad when he visited Washington, D.C. This is unbelievable. This is corruption on the grand scale. These are Democrats. This is who they are. Thank you for the 250 rands, Rowan. Yanni, thank you for the 70 rands. We think you sound and look much better. Your expensive meds must be doing the job. I think they might be. It's my life. Thank you very much. Okay. Got to go. We'll check YouTube videos. Thank you for that. And join your next one. We'll definitely come to your meet and greet for always. Thank you. Okay. What's going on with Tucker these days? I always liked him, but nowadays he comes with weird stuff. Tucker Carlson is what he's always been. He is an empty suit, an empty vessel, who is the better just chimpanzee on television. Tucker Carlson will say what he needs to for fame and fortune. It's always been who he is. He was actually doing a great job as an investigative reporter briefly when he was on Fox, but when he was on CNN wearing his bow ties, he was comical. When he left Fox and started his own YouTube thing or X thing, he interviewed outrageous people with outrageous ideas. And Tucker Carlson is exactly what Tucker Carlson always was. He is an empty vessel, and that's what he's always been. His moral clarity is not clear, and that's just the reality of who he is. I've always thought so, although I did give him credit when he's doing a great job. Your feed is dodgy. I think it's our Wi-Fi. Okay, sorry to hear that, Jacques. Feels like Hunter is trying to move towards the right slowly. Even Rob Herself interviewed him. Hunter is not moving to the right. Hunter is looking for attention. He needs money. Why is Ernst Rhodes on a show? Ernst Rhodes isn't on a show. When was Ernst Rhodes on a show? 2018? When he was on Fox? Yes, Neil, he's just like Piers Morgan. He's the same as Piers Morgan. But the fact that Tucker Carlson includes some people that you want to listen to doesn't mean what's pathetic. Don't. What is pathetic? That's not very helpful to just type in pathetic. What are you talking about? What is pathetic? Ernst Rhodes is shown on Tucker in shorts on YouTube. Never seen him. So what does that mean? Ernst Rhodes is on my channel. What's your point? Oh, it's pathetic because you have no internet signal. You do need Starlink. Yeah, I agree. Especially out here in the middle of nowhere. You can certainly use it. Yeah, no, I understand. I understand what you're saying now. Yep. So it's just crazy stuff. Uber eyes 1 million daily drone deliveries with Zipline partnership. That's crazy. 1 million daily drone deliveries in the United States. That's just crazy. That's something else. House Democratic leader Rouhani, or that's not Rouhani, it's actually Hakeem Jeffries, says he does not support Medicare for all. Yeah, the Democrats are desperate for votes. Now they're turning away from socialism before the midterms. Rouhani cited a recent Yale study that found Medicare for all could save $1 trillion in healthcare costs. That's nonsense. Medicare for all will cost us trillions more. These people are funny. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries said that he does not personally support Medicare for all and does not support the agenda of the Democratic Socialist America, drawing immediate and public disagreement from a member of his own caucus on the same broadcast. Asked on NBC's Meet the Press whether he would vote for or against Medicare for all as Democratic leader, he said, no, I think, as you've indicated in your question to me, it's not the legislation I currently am co-sponsoring or that I support. Host Christian Welker noted that Jeffries co-sponsored Medicare for all legislation from 2013 to 2021 and has not done so since becoming Democratic leader. He says, I haven't co-sponsored Medicare for all legislation that's been introduced over the last several years. Anyway, but Rouhani broke ranks with him. He later appeared in the same program and took the opposite position. Medicare for all is arguably the most important priority, Rouhani said. It would save money, it would save lives. No, it will bankrupt our country, and it won't save lives. I didn't see much of Petersburg. It was okay. Yep. Asked whether he was disappointed by half of Jeffrey's answer, Condon said he respects difference, but he wants the bill brought up anyway. There is an energy that the economic system is just working for few, the people in my district, 1/3 of the nation's wealth, not working for many. Well, Rouhani is a fool. He's an idiot, shouldn't be in Congress. He's a betrayer to the country and another demon rat. The country does work for Americans. It does work. Personal wealth is growing. Jobs are available. The economy is growing. People live in comfort and luxury by and large around the country. By and large. Nearly 150 pages of newly declassified FBI documents paint the clearest picture yet of the relationship between a suspected Chinese Communist Party spy and a U.S. congressman, including sexual seduction, illicit campaign donations, and the placement of interns used to influence American politics. Former Representative Fang Eric Swalwell resigned from his role in April after sexual allegations involving a former staffer surfaced. He's the focus of the files released by the White House Government Transparency Task Force today. New details outline his dealings with suspected spy Christine Fang, who went by Fang, including admissions from Swalwell that he had a sexual relationship with her before he was elected to Congress. The Epoch Times reached out to Swalwell for comment, but of course, the scumbag had nothing to say. He told FBI agents that Fang showed up at his apartment unannounced, probably before he was elected to Congress. The two hooked up in a subsequent interview. One of the 3 recorded documents, he told the FBI that they were last physically intimate in March of 2015, described the relationship as casual and non-romantic. He made significant admissions in those interviews, including that he did have a sexual relationship with Fang. He never publicly admitted the relationship, so he's lied to the public for years, even though he told the FBI the truth, that he was banging Fang. He told agents Fang never asked for anything, nor was given classified information, that he never provided favors in exchange for their interactions. China's infiltration in our system is persistent, looks for many different avenues, not just one, said the FBI's counterintelligence investigation into Swalwell's relationship with Fang. This case gives us a case study of how China is trying to infiltrate the political system. Yeah, because he wanted to stick his schwanz where it shouldn't be. Yep, anyway, Fang, yep, well, he should be in prison too. He betrayed his oath and revealed secrets to Chinese spies, according to these folks. Unbelievable. But hey, this is who these people are. Believe who they are. Well, now President Trump is threatening to bomb Oman. What the hell is going on here? Wow. Big tech is spending $3 trillion more than it appears when it comes to artificial intelligence. That's crazy. President tells Fox News U.S. forces could strike the Gulf nation if it interferes with the Strait of Hormuz blockade. If Oman gets in the way, we'll bomb the crap out of them. Fox News' Trey Yingst reported Trump saying during a phone interview on Monday. Wow, this is not going to go well. President Trump now threatening our allies in the region. Not helpful. Not helpful. Publicly threatening our allies. It's one thing to do it privately. It's quite another to do it otherwise. L3 Harris is ousted as CEO after investigation into conduct. Ooh, what's going on there? L3 Harris is a major defense contractor. Harris is the top radio producer for the military. And L3 is another, well, they've merged now. Defense contractor overhauled Qatari jet to be Air Force One, names head of space and communication system as its new chief. The company that overhauled the Qatari plane has replaced Christopher Kubasik as chairman and chief executive officer after investigation determined he violated the defense contractor's code of conduct. They won't give details, but they say he violated the con of his, basically, that's crazy. Crazy. So I wonder what he did. I wonder what he did. Interesting, wouldn't you say? I wonder what he did. Anyway, folks, I'm surprised we've been able to go this long. It's actually pretty good connection. I wasn't expecting this. But again, tomorrow we will be in Hartbeesport, and there will be a meet and greet at 4 p.m. Yeah, I know. I don't know what's going on with him, Jock. I'm starting to get disillusioned with some of the things going on, too. Am I? What's going on here? Oh, I'm getting, so I'm using, what I need to do is change my, I've got a VPN on. I need to switch it because I'm getting British news somehow. It connected to the UK. Let me connect to a US server. Now I'm in a US server. So I'll do the news again. And now I should get US news. If I go back to South Africa, I get South African news. Let's see, should be US news now. Let's see. Google goes off your IP address. Let's see what comes up now. There we go. Trump scales back military exercise in South Korea. I cover that. USS Washington has relieved the USS Lincoln after concerns about the crew's mental health. John Ossoff, the loser demon rat senator from Georgia, who won a questionable race a couple years ago, calls Trump's handling of the Iran war uniquely despicable and excoriating speech. Of course, this story comes from The Guardian. Surprise, 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 surprise. All right, here's some news from Business Insider about South Africa. Not good news, folks. So we'll get to that in just a moment. It seems to be taking a while to load. Come on, there we go. South Africa moves to tighten rules for the 9.3 trillion derivatives market by 2028. South Africa plans to complete new rules for its 9.3 trillion, 150 trillion rand over-the-counter derivatives market by 2028, as regulators seek greater visibility over the continent's largest and most complex financial market. Well, they also plan to take money out of your pockets. That's why they're doing it. Yep. The final rules are expected to take effect in 2028. Excuse me. Disturbing, to say the very least. And they're making all kinds of excuses about why they're doing it. Botswana has uncovered a 2,488 carat Motswedi diamond, the world's second largest. It's got a buyer after 2 years. That diamond they found 2 years ago. Wow. It was recovered from Lucara's diamond mine in Korowe, which is, full disclosure, I have some penny stock in Lucara. It was sold 2 years after its recovery. They didn't disclose the buyer or the sale price, only confirming that the sale was part of its $41 million second quarter revenue. The sales process was lengthy due to the diamond's exceptional size and rarity, making it difficult to value and market through traditional channels. Yep, the diamond was recovered in August 2024. I remember that. It was initially weighed to be 2492. After cleaning, it was confirmed weight was 2488 carats. Wow. The Lucara named the stone Motswedi, a Setswana word associated with a water spring or underground water emerging on the surface. Huge diamond. Huge diamond. Excuse me. So where did my South African news go? I had some South African news here. I already covered it. Okay, sorry. All right. There you go. After a second, I felt better. Suddenly I'm coughing. I think it's time for some more meds tonight. Anyway, yeah. Now where did I have a goldfish on my screen. What is going on with Windows? Gave me a goldfish. And where is my YouTube? It must be over here. All right. The orange, you mean the Gemsbach? Clarify outings. If you're going to have time for things like that, not sure what you prefer to do with timelines. Okay. Okay. Hope to see you, says hi. Hartbeesport meet and greet at 4 p.m. Can I confirm whether Chirp is available? No, they're not. They have to acquire them. They're not readily available. Why do you ask that question? It's been a problem for people who needed translators. Okay. A water-cooled laptop with a goldfish in it. No, that's not what's going on. Anyway, folks, it is Monday night. So I think maybe we're going to wrap it up here. What do you think? If denied a U.S. work visa, will you be found ineligible for refugee program for a visiting visa? You're asking me a question I can possibly answer. You didn't tell me why you were denied. How can I tell you the answer to that question unless you tell me why you were denied? If you're denied a work visa, if it's a derogatory information, then you're probably not going to be a refugee. If it's not derogatory, then you won't be a problem. But I mean, most likely it's derogatory. What did you get denied for? I mean, how can I answer that question? You haven't told me why you're denied. I mean, it depends on why you're denied. You want a song? We'll play a song. Let's do a song. All right, let's get a song up here. I don't want to play the sad ones I made the other night. That was depressing, but they were pretty good. You want me to play the one that Sapphires Won't Give Up? That was pretty good, actually. Suno, the one I just did. Did I save it? Let me see. I think I saved that rather than download. Hang on a second. Downloads. There it is. Plan B. Plan B is loading. Okay. Okay, you ready? We'll play Plan B. I can't play the one you sent. It's on my phone.
Beep, beep. Systems online. Destination America. Aborted. Recalculating. We packed our dreams in a suitcase. We thought we'd finally found the way. A refugee program, a brand new start. A little light at the end of the dark. Then came that dreaded email. One cold word on the screen. Ineligible, nothing more. No reason why, no explanation. For a moment the whole world stopped, like the engines had been switched off. But you can bend, you can break, you can lose the road you thought you'd take. But you can't keep a South African down. Plan B is loading, we're turning the page tonight. Plan B is loading, we're searching for a different light. America closed one door, that doesn't mean we're done. There's another road somewhere, and we'll find it. We'll find the one. Plan B is loading, hear the engine start to roar. Oh, we're still alive inside us, and we're heading toward the future, like a rocket through the door. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe home is where we stay, maybe somewhere far away, maybe north, maybe south, maybe there's a door we haven't found. We're not waiting for permission to believe in something new. If one path disappears beneath us, we'll build another road right through. They can send another letter, they can say another no, but every ending has a beginning, and we still got somewhere to go. Plan B is loaded, we're turning the page tonight. Plan B is loaded, we're searching for a different light. America closed one door, but that doesn't mean we're done. There's another road somewhere. thought we finally made the team. Then one little word brought everything down. Ineligible, but listen now. There are places we haven't seen. There are roads we've never been. There are chances waiting somewhere just beyond the edge of the screen. No reason given, no answer came, but we're still standing. We're still in the game. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plan B is loaded. We're turning the page tonight. Plan B is loaded. We're gonna find another life. They can close the door, they can change the destination, but they can't shut down a South African's determination. Plan B is loaded. Feel the future coming on. Plan B is loaded. And we're moving forward strong. On our road, wherever the pathway goes, we'll follow that horizon and see where it leads us home. Plan B is loaded. Plan B is loading. Destination unknown. Hope still online.
Plan B is loading, folks. Plan B is
We
loading.
may not know where we're going yet, but we're going.
Yeah, Plan B is loading. So, Old Caulfield says 37% of Americans can't afford an unexpected expense over 400. Well, that's indicative of several things. It's indicative of piss poor responsibility. So, if you're talking about people who are under the age of 20, I'll accept that. Those over the age of 20 who've been irresponsible and don't have savings for an emergency, don't save 2.5 times their pay, their monthly pay, are irresponsible. And before you say, well, but that's because I don't make enough money. Whatever money you make, you can save money. When I made minimum wage, I saved money and I invested and I went without. You go without. You build a nest egg. So 37% of Americans cannot afford a $400 unexpected expense. Means that 37% of Americans, many of them, are irresponsible. I don't have empathy for irresponsible people. When I was a teenager, I was responsible. When I was in my 20s, I was responsible. I saved and I planned for the future, just in case. But people live in the moment. They're reckless with their finances. They're reckless with behavior. And they don't deserve sympathy when they act like foolish children. You have a responsibility to take care of yourself and to put money aside for an emergency. I set money aside for things that are unexpected expenses, like repairs of my motor vehicles. That's what responsible people do. And if you tell me, well, they don't make enough money, well, I didn't tell them to have 5 children. That was a choice. That was a choice. Now, that may sound overly harsh. It's not. It's overly honest. If that offends people, too bad for them. Exactly. You don't live on credit. You only take the credit you need to build a credit history. If you don't have it, then do without. But put money aside for a rainy day. Yes, student, I know it's a lot worse in South Africa. The number is much higher than 37%. In fact, in South Africa, it might be that only 37% of people can actually, deal with an expense like that, rather than 63%. So, people having to withdraw earlier from pensions or retirement because they've been irresponsible. Host is wandering by. I guess he came out for another coffee or something. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, I suppose that's fine. You stirred a little. There was some clumps in that one. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm getting offered another coffee. They're plying me with coffee here. Coffee and mongoose. That's what it's all about tonight. Welcome to the night show. It's the Coffee Mongoose show. My friend Harvey, Harvey was the kudu. So What do we call that? Mongoose. Dave? Shall we call him Dave? Those of you missed it, I had a live mongoose in my hand earlier. That was pretty cute. That was something else. That was really interesting. So, if you missed that, Dylan says, hope you enjoy your stay. Well, it's a lot of work. And I won't get much rest when I get home, because when I get home just a few days later, it's the Springboks in Baltimore. It's the Baltimore Boca. Yep. Dave's not here. That's right, Charles. Dave's not here. Anyway, so yeah, that song is one I made just recently. Well, last night. That's how recent it was. But let's pull something else up here. It might be interesting. So, what have I got here? Not that. Let's go here. Pop. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Not that one. Let's see. All right. So this is one that people ask about frequently. So I'm going to play this one here. Okay. Message to the refugee aspirants. That's right, stay off my lawn. Crew serve weapons mounted, waiting for those refugees trying to invade my lawn.
No refugees, no outbreaks. This castle's mine, no renegades. Hit the road, Jack, don't spin me tail.
There we go. Battery died on that one.
Lost like rusty nails.
Stay off my lawn. Keep it moving, keep it gone. No flags, no biltong.
No fires, no songs. Sorry, not sorry, stay off my lawn. Keep it moving, keep it gone. No flags, no biltong. No fires, no songs. Sorry, not sorry, stay off my lawn.
My lawn. My lawn. Okay,
sorry, not sorry, stay off my lawn.
No FEMA tents.
Drying laundry on my hedge fence. Drawing crowds with your nonsense. This ain't a stage, it's my domain. Take your drama down the lane. Get your tent where the shadows fall. Not on my grass, not by my wall. No soapbox speeches, no rally calls. This yard's a fortress you can install. Stay off my lawn. Keep it moving, keep it going.
No flags, no biltong.
No fires, no songs. Sorry, not sorry, stay off my lawn. Keep it moving, keep it gone. No flags, no biltong. No fires, no songs. Sorry, not sorry, stay off my lawn. My lawn. Sorry, not sorry, stay off my lawn.
My crew serve weapons have motion sensors like those guns in the Congo movie. Remember that? When the Great White Oaks came, this apes went, shot them all up. So. Stay off my lawn. Keep it moving, keep it gone.
No flags, no biltong. No fires, no songs. Sorry, not sorry, stay off my lawn. Keep it moving, keep it gone. No flags, no biltong. No fires, no songs. Sorry, not sorry, stay off my lawn. My lawn. Sorry, not sorry, off my lawn. My lawn.
Let's say it's closed. We're not accepting refugees. Go to Connecticut.
Sorry, not sorry, off my lawn. My
Stay off my lawn. Yeah, that brings back memories, doesn't it, folks? That was an exciting one. The dog is snoring. Now, this is one inspired by my friend Sean Folshank. If you're here, Sean, this was inspired by Sean. But then people would have to talk about cattle inventories. What's Holden going on about? Well, quit letting Bill Gates buy up all the land. It's Turner to put buffalo on the land instead of cattle. Car gods in the USA.
From Jersey to Jersey, Victoria to Tennessee, back up the Bucky man. The car gods arrive.
Pack up Bucky, man. Brrrpa. Brrrpa.
They cross the ocean with a suitcase dream, escaping blackout nights and a failing scheme. Touchdown wide-eyed under neon glow. Yeah, I mean the lights stay on all night long. From Cape Town flats to the Midwest snow. Learning fast where the cold winds blow. No more generators rocking in the dark. Now every street light shining in the park. Strong percussion rolling like the train of fate. New grade trek through the departure gate. People mock them back across the sea, but now they live in large in Tennessee. VK laugh and point the finger, just car God, she say with vigor. Simple people, no big degree, but the hustle talk louder than pedigree. Car God in the USA, working hard every night and day. From the bright fire to the interstate, building new dreams in another state.
In the USA.
One section make the whole world sway. Skipped right past the FEMA line. Now they sipping sweet tea, feeling fine.
Oh yeah. Car gods in the USA. Thank you, PA. For all the car gods.
They said FEMA tents would be the scene. Rows of canvas on the TV screen.
My lord.
But them stories fade when the truth arrive. South Africans out there thriving alive. Apartments first, then houses neat. Pick up trucks parked down the street. Kids in school and bills all paid. Fresh new roots begin to get laid. More mices dancing at the cookout flame. Trying hard to pronounce Chick-fil-A names. Robots now are traffic lights, not little gadgets blinking at night. Bright smoke drifting through the air. Neighbors asking what you're cooking there. Built on words and reggae beat. Bassline rolling down the street. Backies become pickup trucks. Still complaining about bad road luck. But compared to potholes back in Jersey town, the smooth highway never let them down. Car gods in the USA, turning struggle into better days. Laughing loud while the critics moan, making foreign places feel like home. Car gods in the USA, ANC tax base fade away. Every worker that depart the show leaves another crack in the old front door. Doctors, welders, coders too. Farmers learning something new. Not everybody drove the tractor line, despite what papers try to find. Some clean cars and guarded malls. Some answered business office calls. But every one of them came to survive. And now they're watching dreams arrive. Cars in the
USA.
Rhythm of the new great track today. From the Deville to Arkansas, still got Boer rhythm in the heart.
Boer rhythm.
Car gods in the
USA.
Hear the brass band proudly play. Said the migrants wouldn't last. Now the car gods getting the last laugh.
The last laugh is on.
Survival boss. Never underestimate the people who know how to hustle.
Yeah.
Car guards in the USA, folks. And the next song will be about the mongoose. My buddy Murray the mongoose. Call him Murray. I don't know what his name is, but he's a rescue. All right, let's go ahead and make a new song. You guys ready for that? I'm gonna make a new song. Here we go. File, new. Those of you stick with me tonight. All right. This is how we make the music, folks. All right, let's see. You're creative in the way you use music, give hope and voice to something that's truly inspiring. Thank you. You're welcome. All right, and to fix this. Okay, here we go. Oops, I misspelled poachers. All right, let's see what we get out of this. Let's see what we get. Okay, I'm gonna take my lyrics and run them through something. That's not what I want. Okay, there we go. Let's do this here. Come on, a little faster, internet. All right, let's see. Okay. Okay, what's going on here? It isn't loading. There we go. Okay, now do it. There he goes, a little slow. A little slow in the uptake. Okay, now it's analyzing what I created. Boy, the crowd's just dropping off. Still got 128 here. Thank you all for sticking around. Thanks for the super chat. Boy, it's slow tonight. It must be really being taxed by people making videos in the States. Wow, this is the longest it's ever taken to get a response. Let me close up some of these windows while I also got some bad news about a U.S. cruiser, a destroyer actually, and it was without power for several days. That's pretty embarrassing for the U.S. I think I know the problem. It's because I'm using, hang on a second, let me get rid of this. Okay. There we go. Let's try this again. Let's see what comes up now. Chat GPT is AI. It can make mistakes. Yes, it can. I've said that many times. Come on. Let's go faster here. It's not working. Must be overwhelmed. Let's try Gemini. Okay. Let's see if I can get that to work. Let's see what I get here. I'll say ChatGPT is not working tonight, folks. That's disappointing. Oh, here we go. That might work. Oh, I like that. That'll work. Let's try that. ChatGPT just isn't working. That's weird. Okay. Something wrong with ChatGPT tonight. So let's go to. Okay. I don't want to subscribe. Come on, everything's slow. What's going on? Must be the internet, must be slow. Okay. Suno is loading very slowly too. Okay, here we go. Create. Okay. 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 Female. Okay. Okay, let's see what we get. ChatGPT is not responding. Let's see what we get. I'm going to do the Mongoose song here if it works. Okay. All right, it caught on. It got the right tune. Okay, it took a second there. Now it's catching on what I want. Okay, let's give it a minute to create that now. It's only about a puddle to tie in the one you stood in Elspeth video. And her honey badgers, Fred-Side says, the retail ferocious little bugger that never gives up. Yep. Hey, Arza Rose, what's going on? Okay. The trucking goat. Well, that's in my studio. I don't have that here. I'm on my laptop. Okay. Still working on it. Let's see what happens here. Murray the Mongoose is the song I'm creating, so we'll see how that sounds when it's done. Anyway, let me get rid of some of these things I don't need up here anymore. So just eating up RAM. Card guards in the USA. Meanwhile, while we wait for that to get done, U.S. Navy destroyer adrift in South China Sea for 4 days after losing power. That is embarrassing. The U.S. guided missile destroyer reportedly spent 4 days adrift and without power in the South China Sea in July, furthering concerns about strain being placed on deployed military members. USS Benfold, an Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyer, which had been sailing with the George Washington Carrier Strike Group, was reported to have been towed to Subic Bay in the Philippines. The 10,000-ton destroyer lost power after what a spokesperson with the U.S. 7th Fleet called an engineering casualty involving its generators, resulting in loss of power. Sailors were without galley services, toilets, and air conditioning, according to Commander Matthew Comer. Wow. It lost power on July 24th and was towed on the 28th. Power was restored 2 days later. Huh. Wow. Crazy. Isn't that interesting? All right, here we go. Let's see Murray Mongoose.
Khaki shorts and polished boots, looking for some bush-felled roots. The colonel packed his bag and compass, heading up north to escape the ruckus. Up to the old northern Transvaal he rode, checking out the game ranches, wild and bold, looking at the fences, counting up the trees, when a twitchy little nose caught the Limpopo breeze. Rustle in the dry grass, peekaboo, who's that staring right back at you? The poachers came and caused a tragedy, wiped out the whole sweet family tree. Only one little hero made it through alive. Now he's got the rhythm, he's got the jive. Oh, meet Murray, Murray the mongoose, running around the bush with his tail cut loose. Soul survivor with an attitude, turning backyard scorpions into fast food. Chirpy little buddy, always on the go, the colonel's new best pal in Limpopo. Yeah, the colonel and the mongoose, best friends in Limpopo. He's an expert rodent hunter, hunter, lightning quick. Rattlesnakes and field mice don't stand a lick. Standing on his hind legs, giving a squeak. Riding on the colonel's shoulder, cheek to cheek. They share a cup. Little rescue brigade, the colonel brings the bill.
Sorry, we got disconnected.
Tom Murray brings the spark, keeping watch together till the veil goes dark. Rustle in the dry grass, 1, 2, 3. Happiest little critter that you ever did see. The past was rough, but he won the fight, dancing through the thicket in the warm sunlight. Oh, Murray, Murray the mongoose, running around the bush with his tail cut loose. Soul survivor with an attitude, turning backyard scorpions into fast food. Chirpy little buddy, always on the go. The colonel's new best pal in Limpopo. Yeah, the colonel and the mongoose, best friends in Limpopo. Snap, snap, caught another rat. Who needs a safari dog or a farm cat? He's got the moves, he's got the flair. Dust on his paws and the wind in his hair. Colonel tips his hat, Murray does a spin. That's how true adventures begin. Oh, meet Murray, Murray the mongoose, running round the bush with his tail cut loose. Soul survivor with an attitude, turning backyard scorpions into fast food. Chirpy little buddy, always on the go. The colonel's new best pal in Limpopo. Yeah, Murray's got the jive, Limpopo's little king, so glad he survived. Colonel and the mongoose side by side, taking that old safari for a ride.
Now that's a cool song. Version 2, Loading. That's a cool song. I like that one.
Khaki shorts and polished boots, looking for some bush veld roots. The colonel packed his bag and compass,
Like the first one
heading
better.
up north to escape the ruckus. Up to the old northern Transvaal he rode, checking out the game ranches, wild and bold, looking at the fences,
Thanks for the super
counting
chat.
up the trees, when a itchy little nose caught the Limpopo breeze. Rustle in the dry grass, peekaboo, who's that staring right back at you? The poachers came and caused a tragedy, wiped out the whole sweet family tree. Only one little hero made it through alive. Now he's got the rhythm, he's got the jive. Oh, Murray, Murray the mongoose, running around the bush with his tail cut loose. Soul survivor with an attitude, turning backyard scorpions into fast food. Chirpy little buddy, always on the go. The colonel's new best pal in Limpopo. Yeah, the colonel and the mongoose, best friends in Limpopo. He's an expert rodent hunter, lightning quick. Rattlesnakes and field mice
First
don't
one's
stand a lick. Standing on his hind legs, giving a squeak. Riding on the colonel's shoulder, cheek to cheek. They share a cup of ribos under the shade, plotting at the greatest little rescue brigade. The colonel brings the biltong, Murray brings the spark, keeping watch together till the veld goes dark. Rustle in the dry grass, 1, 2, 3. Happiest little critter that you ever did see. The past was rough, but he won the fight, dancing through the thicket in the warm sunlight. Oh, meet Murray, Murray the mongoose, running around the bush with his tail cut loose. Soul survivor with an attitude, turning backyard scorpions into fast food. Chirpy little buddy, always on the go. The colonel's new best pal in Limpopo. Yeah, the colonel caught another rat. Who needs a safari dog or a farm cat? He's got the moves, he's got the flair. Dust on his paws and the wind in his hair. Colonel tips his hat, Murray does a spin. That's how true adventures begin. I'll meet Murray the mongoose, running round the bush with his tail cut loose. Soul survivor with an attitude, turning backyard scorpions into fast food. Chirpy little buddy, always on the go, the Colonel's new best pal in Limpopo. Yeah, Murray got the jive. Limpopo's little king, so glad he survived. Colonel and the mongoose, side by side, taking that old safari for a ride.
Yeah, the first one's better. I like the first one better. I agree. So that's the one I'll publish. So publish this now. Publish. Murray the Mongoose. All right, there we go. That one's publishing now. Cool beans. Murray the Mongoose. That was fun, wasn't it? All right. Murray the Mongoose. Hey, Sangrio. Yeah, I'll have to get a photo with Murray tomorrow morning. Yeah, it's a keeper. I like that one too. Thank you, Debbie Fox, for 350 rand. I do appreciate that. Very kind of you. That's pretty wholesome. Yeah, it could be an animation, the Colonel and the Mongoose. Yeah. Yeah, we could do our own feature series. We get Mad Max to stop working so hard and get back to making AI. Yeah, anyway. All right, guys, it is an hour and a half. It's 10:30 here in South Africa, and it's time for me to wrap up. Excellent grooves and moves. My wife, Bianca, says, oh, hello to you, Cut. Okay. All right, yeah. Please hit the like button for Murray Mongoose. Harpy's port tomorrow, not 10 a.m. No. Where do you get 10 a.m.? 4 p.m. 4 p.m. I won't even be gone from here tomorrow, 10 a.m. Thanks for the log. Lie down. He never. Okay, Charles. Sorry to hear that. All right, Sing. Thank you for being here. No, it's 4 p.m., not 10 a.m. tomorrow. Cheers, everybody. Be well and have a good night. And I'll catch you later. Cheers.